Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and we're back once again in Transport Fever 2 in this special series featuring a latest very early rail set of mods, or a set of mods for very early rail, courtesy of Steve Emfore. And we're watching the very earliest of the wagons, well, the wagon transports that he's enabled in this mod. So we've got this high ballasted wagon way, a very early set of tracks used by the very earliest of tramways and wagon ways, and we don't even have steam engines as yet. Everything is pulled by horses, as we can see here, and this will progress into very early steam engines and all sorts of other goodies. Now, although I am indeed quite an old person, I am sometimes a bit like a child with new toys, in that once I see something new and shiny, I forget to have any intelligent thoughts about it. And one of the intelligent thoughts I didn't have about Steve's mods was prompted by a comment by Stephen Spry on the first of this short series of videos saying, when you say this set of mods is forthcoming, when exactly do you mean? Why did I not ask that question? Am I not intelligent enough to ask that sort of question? Apparently not. No, these mods are due for release in October. So we have a little while, up to 2 months perhaps, depending on how well development progresses. There are 3 mods in the series. The very early wagon way. Shall I follow this train? I need to get the UI back on so I can follow it. Otherwise it'll just keep disappearing out into the distance, won't it? So the very first beginnings mod, which is what this is part of, and then a series of vehicles in the second mod around the 1920s, so the 1820s, remembering this is very, very early, and that's before the legendary Rocket locomotive. And then there's a series which is the Rocket Pack, which is based in, or starts in 1830. And we'll have a look at as many of those models as we can as Steve gets done in the time I run this series. Anyway, let's get on with it. Enough for this waffling and chatter. This series is not going to be a traditional Let's Play in any sense that I normally do. It's going to be focused on looking at Steve's mods here. So what I'm going to do is actually make it run along faster. So we're going to go in double speed. Double date speed, that is, and indeed double speed on the map, just to get things moving along so we can see as many of the vehicles as we can as quickly as we can without too much of me waffling in between. Now we're approaching the end of 1802 and I think there's an exciting new model coming in 1803. So despite the fact that this oil well here is oversupplying for the capacity of our wagons here, we're going to wait for the new locomotives to see if they give us any more capacity for carrying more oil away from that well into this refinery. So here we are. Oh, we now have the Trevithick, I think that's how it's pronounced, locomotive. So what we're going to do, we're going to pause all this, we're going to look at this line of locomotives, the King's Oak Oil Bulk, and we're going to replace all these vehicles. So we're going to replace these horse-drawn wagons with the Trevithick type locomotive, which goes at 10 miles an hour, has a power of 13 kilowatts, a tractive effort of 9.3, a loading speed and all the rest of it, and apparently these can run on till 1855. So yes, as with the notes were given here by Steve, Richard Trevithick, making a small range of locomotives from 1802 till around 1806. They're all similar to this type. This is not a specific model, just a representative of that selection of locomotives that the obviously very ingenious Mr. Trevithick actually built, designed and constructed. He probably designed them before he built them, I hope. Yes, so let's put these to use. We're going to add those in there. We're going to use for cargo. There's at this point no passenger wagons. I'm not using any other mods. There are other mods for early vehicles, but I am focusing entirely on Steve Emfore's mods for this series, with one or two other little exceptions which we'll come to at some point soonish. So yeah, we've only got cargo wagons here, and we've got the tramway wagons, which were often pulled by horses, and early steam locomotives, and is part of the Trevithick pack. This pack we were using previously the chaldron wagons for carting our oil around. So why don't we move on up to the tramway wagons? So this is 4 compartments. So if we had multi product stations, then they could carry a whole variety of goodies. They can carry pretty much everything we might need. So we'll add, my current ones carry 16 apiece, I think, don't they? Oh, 20, so I want to increase capacity if I can. 24. Oh, let's go to 32. Replace all those. I don't have no cost turned on, so hopefully these models will be profitable. And we also have the other line, which takes the refined fuel back. So we'll manage those as well and change those to Trevithicks. You carry 16, okay, which would be 1, 2. I'll make you 24. And this is a steam locomotive, it's a Trevithick. There you go, replace you. And I am rapidly running out of money. Awesome, so let's have a look at the Trevithick. And here he goes. Again, no, keep it in view, that's the idea. Beautiful modelling, as is typical of Steve. Looks gorgeous. Love the pump action, the foul. Ooh, someone screeched. As I said, I am in no sense a rail or train expert, so everything I know I get from Steve's notes. But that looks fabulous, and I assume it is accurate to the Trevithick type. No, you've lost it again. There you go. And those are the very dirty looking wagons that carries behind him. Fabulous. Right, now while that's doing that, I'm going to introduce something which is included in this pack, but I've not done yet, and that is the tunnel entrances. We have, in addition to the wagon ways, Steve has provided a couple of, a new tunnel model. I don't know if there's more than one, I've only seen one so far. So let's have a quick look at that. So we'll use that track and we'll go into this hill. Won't go up it, we'll go down it. Down it, that's it. Go on, turn it, there you go, you turn into a tunnel. So that is our standard default vanilla game tunnel entrance, and the one we get from Steve is going to be this one here, the Wagonway tunnel, which is an altogether more primitive looking design. Yes, definitely, and doesn't have the sort of decorative elements that the vanilla game one does. So there you are. Lovely, excellent work. All adds to the authenticity of this pack. I'm not going to spend that money because I might run out. We're in 1804, no new models coming along. We've got at least 2 more locomotives to go before we exhaust this first beginnings set. Do I need... that wagon does seem to be holding up quite nicely. 24, yeah, that's fine, because it takes 2 crew to make 1 refined. That will do nicely. Are we actually making money? No, we're not. But again, the wagonway track we're using here is limited to 9 miles an hour, so even though the locos can travel at 10, we are travelling very slowly, so it takes them an awfully long time to get there. Coming to the end of 1804, and we're actually in profit, which is, to be honest, quite remarkable. Still no new trains. I suppose I could introduce new industries, perhaps, around here somewhere. Now, on the first video, Steam Lance commented, and yeah, I'm absolutely in agreement. is that 1820, well in fact we're not even 1820 yet, having an oil refinery is perhaps a little bit more modern than is appropriate for this age. I mean, those tanks look a little bit more 20th century than they do 19th, I fear. I mean, the buildings look quite respectable for an old industry, but they're not exactly in keeping with our time period. So if I'm still profitable, which I am, what I might do is deploy just one more mod, which I've added to my game, which is, we'll slow this down a little bit just in case things get too carried away, which is an industry. I have the sandbox mode enabled so I can tinker with the games I need to for the purposes of this demonstration. I have installed JK, I think JK is the modder. This is a gasworks which takes coal and turns it into fuel, which is slightly more appropriate for this time period. So we've got Devil's End up here, which requires fuel, and a coal mine there. That is a coal mine, isn't it? Yes, it is. The other side of the river from Century Falls. So can I build this gasworks reasonably cheaply? Oh, I can actually. I think less than 100 grand would be lovely. Ooh, did I see 28 there? 25. That will do very nicely indeed. So what we're going to need to do then is build another station. And we're going to be using... Oh, it's a wooden tramway. Was that there before? Oh, maybe that's come out. I don't know what the date on that is. Because previously we had just the high ballast, the wagonway. We've now got a wooden tramway. Oh, we'll make use of that in our new station then. Right, so we're going to need a new station. Cargo station. I'm going to put you down here. Make you short because we don't need long trains just yet. And I can't afford them. We'll have you like so somewhere, I think. There we go. Configure you. And we'll move these ghastly modern tracks. Yeah, me. Get rid of you. And what have we got here? We do have catenaries for these tracks. I'm not sure they're entirely in keeping. I'm not sure when electrified wagonways were introduced into the UK rail network or tram or wagonway network, but yeah, they are there. So if you want to put electrified vehicles on these tracks, then you certainly can. But the wooden tramway, that's the one we want, I think. So how does that look? Ooh, that looks quite good. Again, lovely modelling. And we're going to need a station down here. It looks as if this mod doesn't have connections from the industry itself. You need the road. Oh, that's a little bit disappointing. I'll have to put a road in then. Right, so splendid. Again, remove those horrid modern tracks. Put the wooden tramway in. Lovely, and we're going to draw her out. Going all the way down there. For 41,000. That's a very reasonable rate. Oh, and these can travel at 19. Perhaps I should replace the tracks on the other side of the water for our existing routes. Get those trains going their full magnificent 10 miles an hour. That looks good. We're going to need a depot around here somewhere. That will do nicely. We need a new route. That will do. And we'll put some trains on there, like a Trevithick and the cargo. Excellent. We'll change that to Devil's End coal power. Excellent work, and there he is travelling at his full 10 miles an hour, heading off to collect some coal. We're heading into 1807, still no new trains. When are they going to turn up? The excitement. And they are very full coal wagons. Oh, the camera seems to be pointing backwards for some reason. There you are. Excellent. I'm sure they made lots of money in that transaction. It's gorgeous. Absolutely spectacular. Approaching 1808. Still no new wagons. Are we profitable? My goodness, we are. Which means I can replace this track here with the wagonway. So let's just prove that that can work. All the way down there. That's super. We'll leave. No, we'll change all the wagonway tracks as well to tramway. That's all. Oh, that little bit there. All blue. All lovely. Lovely sound as well. That rhythmic engine running. How's Coltrane doing over here? Oh, I can't. I have to. I'm sorry. Yep. Has to be called Robbie. No question. Yes, these raw material industries, these resource industries, can be very productive. Annoyingly productive when you've got a capacity issue on your lines. Just one thing I noticed there was we can't replace the one type of track with another type of track, which I think is probably the case generally with different track types. You can replace standard with high speed, I think, and you can electrify track normally. Now, I don't know if this is an issue with this particular mod, or if this is just because of the general way different types of track work within the game. So to replace this old high ballast wooden wagonway with the tramway, we're going to have to no, not delete the entire station, you fool. Configure it away like so, which will upset at least one line. There you go. That's better. And I'll replace the other one in a moment once that train's left. I'm not sure they'd want to run proper steam locomotives over that old wooden wagonway. There we go. And that's the job done. Oh, hang on, what's that message there? Could not connect all stations. I think you'll find you can. Interesting. Ooh, 1830 roll. I'm sorry. Open. Where's all this come from? We're only in 1810. got some new rolling stock. Right, we'll have a look at that in a moment. While I try... Oh, there's a load of stuff coming in. Passenger coaches. So we'll take a look at this one service here, which is this one here, Stony Bridge refined bulk, and the vehicles here. What do we have a choice to replace them with? So locomotives, nothing much. We've still got the Trevithick. It's now cargo wagons. We have... That's what we've got. That's what we've got. This is all the tramway menu. Okay, we've got 4 variations of this, running from 1810. Oh, it looks like that those notifications might be a little bit iffy. That's by the look of it. We will check that out. Passenger wise, we have an open coach. Oh, those are the days of real railway travel, weren't they? When you really felt the wind in your hair as you hurtled down the track at 29 miles an hour. Wow, no, that would cause instant death, surely. No living being can possibly travel at anything more than walking pace, or maybe running if they've got shorts on. Yeah. Oh, that sounds terribly dangerous. And our new tramway wagons here again travel at 26. Oh, do we have any new track then that goes that fast? We do, an iron tramway. Awesome. No new signals, I imagine. Do you know what though? We're going to be looking at those in the next episode of Early Rail. So I will say thank you so much for joining me today for this episode of Transport Fever 2, the early trains, early rail, whatever I've called this series. I've forgotten already, it's terrible. If you've enjoyed this, it'd be great to hear from you. A little bit of a like would be lovely. Just click on the old thumbsy uppy button. Even better if you've got anything to say about what I'm doing with the game, or the game itself, or in particular Steve's mods, if you want to know anything in particular about what's included, how they'll work, if he's any closer to releasing them. Due, as I said, in October 2023, that is. Yeah, not just any old October, but this October. Just drop a note into the comments box below. It would be awesome to hear from you. And of course, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, you could do that now. And that way you'll know when I upload another one of these, or any of my other Let's Play series. But from me, Ajaxpost, here, following a very old train indeed. Well, actually, I'm not following it anymore. Until the next time, bye-bye for now.